Welcome back. Emma Raducanu has had a meteoric rise this year from A-level student to millionaire top 20 player in just 6 months. Everybody wants to be a part of brand Emma. And this week she added yet another big name to her list of sponsors. I've been along to chat to her. Her feet have barely touched the ground since winning the US Open. Being a Grand Slam champion brings many extra demands. But for Emma Raducanu, her life really changed after Wimbledon.
Wimbledon was the first moment for me where, I was really being competitive on a global scale, I feel. And obviously there was so much excitement going on and adrenaline like I've never felt before, because that was the first time. And I was so proud and happy, but being at home playing in front of a home crowd, I think it was such a special feeling. And especially out there on court one, it was the biggest court I've ever played on. So the way that I went out there, I feel I was quite nervous, but I just absolutely loved it once I got out there. And the home crowd was just such a great pleasure to play in front of.
And talk us through the US Open, which you sort of touched on, but how did the 3 weeks evolve that you were there competing? Did you have to keep upgrading your goals?
Well, it was so funny. I arrived in New York just hoping to get through qualifying maybe. I was pretty tired, but I just had the most amazing time. And I think the key to that, I was honestly so focused on the day that the time flew by, and it went so fast by the end of it. Me and my team were just having a great time. And for me, I was like, I don't want to leave yet. I want to stay. And then it was getting to the latter stages of the tournament. And I was really thinking, oh, but what if you're here? You can, why not?
You must have got more and more excited though, as you went on. And how did you sort of keep that under control?
It was great because out there I had a great circle of people who are close to me. We just went about every single day as normal, that we weren't getting into any of the really extra excitement. It was just between us, keeping the routines the exact same thing. And I think that's what really worked. Everything was the same and no one made a big deal out of it.
And are you superstitious? Did you have to sort of keep wearing the same socks or?
Well, I actually wasn't until maybe the last week, where I was thinking okay, I was having pokey for dinner every single night, and then for 3 weeks, and then by the end I just kept it the same because I didn't want to take any chances.
What do you think back when you think of New York? What pops into your head after what you achieved? Are you proud? Are you still slightly in disbelief? What is it?
Yeah, I think the best memories I have of New York is just of the amount of fun I had out there. And I definitely felt like I faced my own sort of obstacles and the way I overcame those. And for example, the first time I stepped out onto ash, I was quite nervous, and I didn't realize until I really started, I got off to a slow start. But then the way that I overcame that, and by the end I was completely thriving out there in front of so many people.
You can't win every match as a tennis player, everybody knows that, but how do you cope with the raised expectations of other people outside the sport now that you've won a Grand Slam?
Yeah, I feel like people are going to have opinions and expectations of me, but I don't really think about that at all. And to me, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters to me is my expectations of myself and what I want to achieve or what I want to get out of the day. And it's just about improving, seeing yourself get better.
What did you learn about yourself in this year?
In this year, I learned I was pretty resilient, I would say, because there were a lot of ups and downs. Of course, I didn't play tennis for 3 months at all at the beginning of the year. I didn't pick up a racket, and I was sitting my A-levels, and I was thinking, when is my next tournament going to be? And then at Wimbledon, I had an incredible experience. And then, I've physically was tired at the end of it. And, but I bounced back from that, went out to the States, and I had a great swing. So it's just up and down, but being resilient and smoothing out that curve.
Do you have any non-tennis targets? I don't know if you can drive, for example. Are there any things you want to do not related to tennis?
Yeah, there are many things. I have my driver's license, but I'm a big adrenaline junkie and motor sports fan. But I'd say Maybe get my motorbike license, I hope, or, you know, something really like speedy and fun, and just continue to like really push the boundaries of that, because I just get such a thrill from it.
Sum up 2021 in a word.
2021 was a surprise and a journey. Those two. I can pick.
2022 will be Emma's first full year on the tour, so there are many journeys ahead. But she's proud of how far she's come. Jackie Beltrao, Sky Sports.